statement, and I now give the floor to the representative of Indonesia.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam President. Madam President, Indonesia also would like to thank Ms. Fatou Bensouda, the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, for her briefing. We took note of the prosecutor's 20th report to the United Nations Security Council pursuant to its Resolution 1970 of 2011 on Libya. Madam President, allow me to focus on the following points. First, Indonesia welcomes the progress through dialogue in Libya. We welcome the long-awaited ceasefire agreement in October 2020. We call for all relevant parties to respect and adhere to the ceasefire agreement and be committed to providing their support for its implementation. Military solution has never been the answer and will never be. We also welcome the launch of the Libyan Political Dialogue Forum and its in-person meeting in Tunisia. We commend the government of Tunisia for hosting the meeting, as well as the government of Morocco and Egypt for hosting previous inter-Libyan dialogues. We reaffirm the importance of Libyan-owned and Libyan-led dialogue as set out in UNSC Resolution 2510 of 2020. Second, we call on all parties to fully respect the international humanitarian laws and take the highest measure to protect all civilians. Attacks against health facilities, migrant, displaced persons, as well as UNSMIL personnel should stop. It is concerning that in Libya, fuel shortages and electricity outage continue to disrupt people's lives and impact hospital and school across the country. COVID-19 cases double, with more than 20,000 confirmed cases and 320 deaths reported in September alone. To this end, support for humanitarian efforts in Libya also need to be increased. The third point is that the security and political progress we are seeing in Libya should also be complemented with the progress on justice. Indonesia is committed to pursuing justice in Libya as a part of the wider efforts to achieve long-lasting and sustainable peace in Libya. Peace cannot be complete without justice, and justice cannot prosper in the absence of peace. I fully share the view that it is Libya's obligation to ensure accountability for crimes committed in its territory. We need to empower the Libyan judicial authorities to enable them to exercise their full sovereignty. That is why the referral of the situation in Libya to the ICC should not disarm the competent Libyan authorities from invoking its jurisdiction to investigate violation of human rights and bring the perpetrators to justice. Madam President, since Indonesia joined the Council in January of 2019, we have heard 4 briefings from the ICC. In all 4 briefings, the role of UNSMIL is clearly highlighted. For Indonesia, the priority has always been clear: to save human lives. All action by the international community should be made through careful decision to avoid provoking more violence, resulting in more loss of lives and jeopardizing the request for peace. I thank you, Madam President.
I thank the representative of Indonesia for his statement, and I now